Hello, I'm Jerry Ford. I like making these kind of videos once in a while after I've gotten, more subscribers that probably haven't heard of some of the other stuff I've done in the past on my channel. Sometimes people get tired of the same old, reviews of products, and they'd rather see something else occasionally on someone's channel. So I got a list here. Like I said, I've made these videos before, and I do it every so often, just to kind of introduce people to other types of videos within my channel. It's kind of a change up for you if you're looking for something different to watch on a certain channel or whatever. So I was going to bring up a few of these things, see if it's something that you're interested in seeing. If not, if you are, then let me know, and or you comment which one, and I'll reply the link to you to be able to go to it easily, unless you look it up and find it. Probably pretty easy as well. But anyway, so yeah, you can comment which one you'd want to see, and I'll give you the link in the reply. So one of the things was that my son Jeremy has helped me do a little bit of editing in the past. It's not something, of course, as you all have seen, I don't do it on a regular basis, just every once in a great while. We've had a little trouble with editing in some of the editing packages, bundles, or whatever that we've downloaded, and Jeremy does these for me, and because he's more familiar with doing that kind of stuff than I am. But we've gotten to the point where it's our editing package, our latest one, has not been working very good, and Jeremy's having trouble with it, so he downloaded a different one. We haven't got to try it yet, but would like to here sometime here soon. Yeah, I have one waiting for him to piece together for me. So maybe we get to do that here soon. But anyway, in the past we done a funny moments montage video of these are older videos that I did back in 2016 and around that area, of beers that I drank or other products that I didn't like, and it ended up being kind of funny, my response to them and stuff. Some of the things I said was just naturally said, and I was able to find which ones that I didn't like, and we kind of put them all together, and Jeremy put some silly music to it, so it ended up being pretty funny. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's called Funny Moments Montage. So check that out if you want. So yeah, when we first moved into this new house, the backyard was like a forest, and we ended up having to cut so many little trees, mostly brush, and it just really grown over, and we ended up having a couple piles of brush, and so over probably a year's expanse of time, I've had to cut all this out. Excuse me. And so I videoed myself throwing it on in my fire pit and burning it up. But Jeremy fast forwarded it, and I think he put some music to it, if I remember correctly. And it was just a fun thing to do. You guys might enjoy just kind of watching it burn, and also I did I grew up liking to draw. I'm not that good, really just an amateur. I don't draw much these days as a hobby, but I've had many friends and family members that are really, really good artists and drawers, and so I drew one of my bands I grew up listening to was Dio, and the creature on the cover of Holy Diver, the creature in there. It's got a chain wrapped around a preacher's neck or something out in the water or something like that. I drew it, but I didn't draw a lot of it. I just drew the creature and then a chain, like in a whip kind of a form, I think. So yeah, I drew that, and Jeremy put some music to it, and that was pretty fun. It was kind of ended up pretty cool, even though it was an amateur drawing. So yeah, it was called Drawing Dio Monster Creature. So you can check that out. You might enjoy watching that one. So in the past, I'd had a few people wanting me to do ASMR videos just out of nowhere. They just said I should do it, and I didn't know what they were talking about back then. What is an ASMR video? So I started looking into it, and there's many ways and to do ASMR, different things to use for sounds that are kind of a stimulation to your hearing and just overall experience type thing. I didn't know what to do with that. I thought maybe I think I probably just made this up. I don't know if anybody ever does it or not, but I did what I called low tone singing, which is a kind of I feel is kind of a relaxing, just not singing out loud, just singing low songs that I grew up listening to and was a fan of. Late 60s, early 70s type music. I did three songs. I did one Velcro, tearing a Velcro on my wristband, and then one other video. Just put in ASMR in my channel, and then they should come up if you're interested in seeing those things. Also, I've made a few playlists in the past. I add to them occasionally, but I got a decent amount in there. So if you're interested in the playlists on my channel, I've done one of candy, and I think most of them might be Mexican candies, so you can check that out. Also have some of you don't know that my older brother passed away from prostate cancer a little over a year ago, but he did a lot of reviews with me, and he's got a lot of fans. His name was Wayne, and I have a lot of videos with him. He's just a character, you know. He was knowledgeable with beers and stuff. Not maybe down to the science like I've had to kind of learn in the review kind of world, but he was drinking beer before I was, you know, so you guys might enjoy watching the Wayne's list of videos, him with me, and we look similar, people say, so you might enjoy those, the Wayne's list. So I don't do cooking videos. It's hard for me to orchestrate those in my kitchen at home. The kitchen is my wife's domain, so I don't like going in, doing stuff in there when she's home, and so I've done some things when she's not home. So in there, one of the things was, this was at my other house. I made some popcorn, and we had a skillet that had a glass lid, and you could see the popcorn popping. I was doing it the way my dad did it when I was a kid. He would make popcorn all the time, but it was a solid metal lid, sometimes a skillet, like a cast iron type, and he would make it to where the lid was it was popping so much the lid would rise up, and he'd pour it off into a grocery sack, and he'd eat it out of there, but he'd scoop us boys out, my mom, bowls of it to eat while we were watching movies or something. But I did a video of doing that with the glass lid, so you might enjoy watching that. My supervisor, which at the time was, I think he was just the lead engineer at my job, he brought me the Samyang hot noodles. I think it's Vietnamese. Hot chicken challenge. It was spicy, real spicy hot noodles. He brought me those, and he called it a challenge, and I did that in my kitchen. It was pretty spicy hot, so it was interesting. I wasn't really used to it back then. There's a lot of spicy stuff, so, but I ate the whole thing. It was good. But I did that in my kitchen at home, and I think I filmed myself making it. I can't remember exactly, but that's something you're interested in watching. I also was asked to do some menudo, and didn't know anything about that, what menudo was. I knew it was like an 80s band. You have some Hispanic kids that had a band called Menudo, but I was asked to review it, if I remember correctly, and I found some of Juanita's Foods version of Menudo, and I cooked it in my kitchen at home, and the experience for me was not good. You guys might find that entertaining. I did a reaction video. I've only done one, and I found an opportunity to do it. Wayne Franklin at Bucks County Beer Reviews took one of my videos, and he edited and added some things and sent me the link to it. He put it at the end of one of his videos, and I watched it, and I recorded myself watching it, and you might like that. I done one video at my job where I was painting a wall. It was like 26 minutes, maybe, something like that, of talking about what I was going to do, and I was cutting it in. It was a request. They wanted me to do it as a request, and I cut in and rolled this wall, and after I've already done the repairs, so I done that. I didn't fast forward it. It's all just, so it might put you to sleep. I don't know if you're wanting to go to sleep. So there's that one. Let's see. I've done a video of making pancakes in my kitchen. Excuse my nose itching. Something's getting it going here. I did that one not too long ago, making pancakes. So you can check that one out. That was kind of fun to do. Leave me alone. Let's see. Okay, the last thing on here is I have another channel. Some of you know this, some of you don't. I was trying to get off the ground another channel where I read stories, and I was going to put other stuff on there that wasn't reviews, and the channel just didn't take off. It's called Jungle Jerry's Treehouse, and it's kind of going to be targeted toward or focused around children's books, reading to children, because I had a few parents saying that their children watch my videos, and I'm like, children are watching my videos? I guess they find me entertaining to watch, I don't know, but I thought, well, if kids are watching my videos, maybe they'd like to hear me read some stories. So I kind of went in that direction, but it was going to be children friendly, but yet also adult friendly, and I was going to put into the description that not for kids to watch or something like that. Anyway, I started off with this with a Dr. Seuss book. I read some of that, and then I found a book called 50 Strange and Weird Stories from 50 states, from the 50 states, United States. So from each state of the U.S., there was a creature, science, fiction type of a mythical creature that there was stories about. And I read a story from each state about that. It was kind of fun. I got the book from the library, and I read each one of those. So that's toward the beginning of the book. So or toward that was one of the beginning of the channel. Some of the stuff I read then. So then, after I read that, I started reading the Magic Treehouse books. That's what Jeremy grew up being read to. I think he read them later. But there's a bunch of those Magic Treehouse books. So I read a pretty good amount of those. The channel just wasn't growing. I think it stopped at like 64 or something like that. So I just kind of couldn't get anybody interested in it that much. So it just kind of fizzled out. It's still there. So if y'all are interested in seeing that, going to that channel and just checking out some of them stories, it's there. I can direct you to the channel. I've done some other silly stuff on there you guys might find funny. So there's that. I think that was it. Yeah. So yeah, if any of that sounds like it's interesting to you, that you might want to watch as a change up from my regular reviews, or you can't find anything else to watch on other channels by chance and you're looking for something different, let me know. And from the list I just told you, and I'll give you the links, or you can look them up yourself. Yeah, I like changing it up if I think of ideas and I have time. It's mostly if I'm home by myself is when I think of things, or Jeremy and I can think of something to do that's fun or entertaining. Been wanting to take my Hot Wheel track that I've had for a good amount of years and set it up outside and roll our Hot Wheels down it. That's something else too, if you're interested in. You can look up, I showed my entire collection of Hot Wheels and die-cast metal cars on my channel too. So you could probably easy enough just put in Hot Wheels. I should make a playlist of that. Be easier for you guys to find them all and just watch one by one. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing the die-cast cars I had, I think I was reviewing or showing each case, showing them by case or something like that. Because I've got a bunch. I've been collecting die-cast cars since I was just a kid. So I got some old ones in there too that you guys might find interesting to watch. I think that's about it. Yeah, like that's what I was getting at, was setting up the track and rolling our cars down the track and stuff. Used to do that to see which one has the best wheels and axles. Sometimes they get bent and they don't roll smoothly and straight. This was kind of a test to see which one would gain the most speed, because some of the air factors on the front end of the car, some are sharp, so they cut through air and go faster. Some are a little bit more blunt, which has resistance to air coming down. So and I've taken care of my cars. They're all in individual slots and cases, and I don't play with them, so they just stay in good condition. I like to do that sometime. But I've done some of that a little bit. There is one video of doing rolling some down the track. Is when I was working on my living room floor and it was cleared out. We set up the track to roll them down there. My cats were reacting to the cars a little bit. It's a short video, but check that out. I think that's it now. If I think of more things, then I'll make a number 2 video to this if I think of more stuff. But that's a pretty good amount of stuff right there for you to look up. But yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And thanks for being subscribed to the channel all these years. Some of you are my OG subs from back in 2016. And some of you are new. So I appreciate everybody being here and the support and stuff. So yeah, y'all have a good day, and we'll see you on the next one.